From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
Hopi?
Hopi Land.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, what's up? Real quick, I don't know if it's been spoken about, but I'm out here in Colorado. I'm out here in Aurora, Colorado. Moved out here in like 2013, and they're really turning this place up out here with the migrants. And now they just did that little, I have to look into it, where they're not going to allow Trump on the polls on the ballot.
Right.
So, I mean, they're up to something. I know what they're doing in the town of Aurora. They've already turned it upside down. There's...
Thank you, brother. You're kind of slow on the draw. You're getting a little sleepy there, brother. All right. I had somebody up here I was about to have on. What was the lady? It was a lady in here. What happened to you, lady? You were doing a lot of thumbs down and a whole bunch of stuff. Where'd she go? All right, hop your ass back on in here, lady. Because I wanted to see what all that thumbs down stuff was about. And boy, we in here heavy. We got 800 people in here in the middle of the night. It's like almost 1 o'clock on the West Coast. 3, 4. It's like it got to be 4 in the morning on the East Coast out there. So shout out to y'all East Coasters up late. You guys can go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com and get the children's book we have called Hidden Heroes from A to Z. A lot of good information. I don't know who this person is. There you
go. You can call me Stu. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you, Stu. How are you?
I mean, I was very impressed by your patience.
Yeah?
With that conversation, brother.
Yeah.
I try to get people. My God, I thought you were gonna get through. I thought you were gonna get through to the brother.
You thought he was gonna get through?
He's gonna remember that stuff, man. He's gonna remember that.
Now, Stu, where are you from with this accent? Where are you from?
Well, oh my God, you want to hear this? I'm from Morocco.
Oh, okay. Oh,
cool.
Okay.
Africa.
All right.
But like it's North Africa,
Yes.
There's a weird difference, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean,
say what you got to say. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know what we're talking about. I'm just like, I was trying to join in the middle of that conversation that we were having with that like idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did not mean to say idiot, but like it sounded like an idiot.
Yes, he was. All right, thank you, because I don't know what you're talking about, because you all over the place, Stu. I don't know what Stu is talking about. All right. A lot of people in here. Let's get the Mighty Thor. The Mighty Thor is in the building.
That's me. What's up, man? I'm just going to say a couple of things for 45, 50 seconds, and I'll get out of here and you can counter. How's that, Tariq Nasheed?
Now, let's chop it up. If you say something and I have a question, I would like for,
Well,
I like to chop it up with you.
So first of all, I'm 53 years old, native San Franciscan. I've been here all my life. interesting that I have American citizenship, Swiss citizenship through my late father. He was an immigrant, and Irish citizenship through my late mother. She was from Dublin, Ireland. So three passports, three citizenships. I'm not sure what good that will do me in the coming
Yeah.
World War III, Civil War. Who knows? But look, I just see white supremacy as the projection of real Jewish supremacy. And there's a name for Jewish supremacy. It is Zionism. And guys like me, maybe you too, we spend 12 to 14 hours a day in an information war against these Zionists, against world Jewry, who are committing an ethnic cleansing in the Gaza Strip right now, as we all know. And I think their days, their time in power here in this country is coming to an end. The cat's out of the bag, the genie's out of the bottle, and tons of Americans, even liberals here where I live, are realizing, wow, you mean we have a Zionist occupied government? Yes, we do. And so do the Five Eyes nations and most of Europe. But since their secrecy can no longer be maintained, their days are numbered. So that's I also don't believe in foundational Black Americans. I just believe the anthropological story that the Bering Strait was frozen over in the last ice age, and Asians and Eurasians migrated over that frozen tundra, and they were the ones that populated the entire North American continent. I think that's it. Those are my 2 points. White supremacy doesn't
Okay.
exist. There is a white majority, but this notion that we are superior to black or brown, and we all have our own capacities, right? There's a reason why the NFL, the NBA, and the MLB are like 60+% African American, right? I'm okay with that.
But owned by whites, but owned by the white supremacists own those teams, and that's the thing that we
I
can't leave out.
I cannot hear you. Say again.
But those teams are owned by the white supremacists.
Well, what's interesting is if you look at Mark Cuban, right, Sephardic Jew, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, I believe of the 32 NFL teams, 12 of them are owned by Jewish oligarchs. And the same is said of the NBA teams, MLB, not so much, and certainly not the NHL. So,
Right? So the Jewish ones and the Anglo-white ones all work together to own teams that have us making money for them. Right?
yeah, there is some truth to that. These
Right.
billionaires.
See, yeah,
So
that's
I'll just say one more thing,
and-
Tariq.
but before that, but you say you don't believe in foundational Black Americans. There's nothing to believe in. We exist. That's who we are.
Well,
Yeah.
so I know a lot. I know a lot of people in your FBA tray. There's a bunch of dudes I used to have in spaces I would host or co-host or listen in, and I just think that the FBA foundational Black American, concept was created as a cope to deal with the reality that all African Americans are descendants of slaves that were sold in Africa and shipped all over the Atlantic Ocean. And we know who ran the Atlantic slave trade:
Oh, no, 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 slow
Jews.
down. No, no, no. But that's not a. It's not a cope. We are descendants of slaves. We are descendants of freedmen. We say that. We have no problem with that. We survived that. But
Oh, I see. I thought you were saying you had nothing to do with Africa ever.
no, 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 not at all. But I'm saying what makes us a foundation of a Black American, that we are a mixture of the Black indigenous people who were here. It wasn't just the Asiatic looking ones, the red ones. No, there were jet black people living here, and every European explorer said they saw them here.
Well,
And that
that is where I differ with you. But go on.
okay. Do you disagree with Vazaro, who came here and said he saw the same people he saw in Ethiopia, jet black people with curly hair?
I disagree with that notion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the European, so you're saying that they came over and lied about. Okay, got it. So they
Well,
came over and lied about who they saw. That's a you problem.
well,
But there were
apparently, Tariq, there were Viking longships found in Nova Scotia, Halifax, and there are Viking remnants and
Leif Erikson.
fossils.
I know they keep the whole Leif Erikson and all those guys, and they find a piece of metal and then they create a whole story. But they got
Yeah,
whole
maybe.
Right, and they
maybe.
got whole artifacts and statues of black people all over the Americas, the
Tariq,
Olmecs,
I gotta
all over
go.
the Americas. But
Tariq,
but
Tariq,
go
I
ahead.
gotta go. But
I,
thanks for
I,
the mic. I just had one question
I
for you. Do you have, because I was raised Roman Catholic on both sides of my family, do you have a Christian background?
yes, my
Like
family, yes, indeed.
Methodist or Presbyterian or
Baptist. I'm a Baptist black family.
Baptist? Cool,
Yeah.
cool. So I just want to point out one thing to you in the room. Not everybody may be aware of it. The problem of our age is the 2,000-year-old ideological war that is taking place largely between European descended Christians, that includes white Americans, and Jews, world Jewry. That's it. Everything revolves around that. We are a
Uh,
Jewish owned and occupied America.
okay. I don't want to hear all that Jewish deflection because the same white supremacists who are running around here screaming "Blue Lives Matter" when black people were getting slaughtered, these same white supremacists running around here back the blue, supporting these police agencies that were slaughtering us. Understand, many of these police agencies were trained by Israelis. They all work together against us. You see, black folks, don't let them get y'all into this deflective argument about it's not us, it's the Jews. That's a game of hot potato. That's the hot potato game. When the white supremacists on both sides are all working against us. So instead of us looking at them as a unit working against us, they try to play this deflection game. No, 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 it ain't me. I'm on your side. It's that guy who's the problem. No, 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 no. I'm on your side. It's that white guy. Nah, I don't, man, I don't go for that. And black folks, don't you go for that. Do y'all see this game that they play? Y'all see the trick bag they play? They all work together. He's talking about the owners of these teams. You talk about how superior black people are on the basketball court or the football field, but it's the suspected white supremacists who own the team. Well, there's 12 of the team owners are Jewish. So what? All of them get together to own us because sports, that's another plantation. Go read the book $40 Million Slaves. They talk about how the sports industry was set up just like plantations. You got $40 million slaves, and that's how they treat niggas. You better be on your P's and Q's. We gave you $40 million, $50 million. You better act right. Be careful with these white women now. You dig? Man, come on. Let's get run noticing. We doing a marathon tonight. We in here. I'm in here now. We've been here for 2.5 hours. What's up? Are you?
I was just curious. Can I ask you just a few questions? I mean, um, the whole, you have to live with all these white supremacists in this country. Do you have a desire to like want to have a separation or segregation kind of thing going on?
Where would we go? White supremacy dominates the entire planet. So where are we going to go?
Back to Africa, Wakanda.
They dominate Africa, sir. White supremacists, they've completely taken over
Take
Africa
it
and
back.
Wakanda. I can't get any vibranium from nobody because the white
But you guys
supremacists
are
have
so
it, sir.
strong. I mean, you could do so much for
We're not
Africa.
stronger enough to take no, the white supremacists. Their technology and military has outmaneuvered us, and we haven't figured out how to replace that system with a system of justice, sir. We haven't figured it out yet. We got to figure that
Well, what
out.
if
That's what we're
could we
working on.
help you? Is there like a way like white people could help black people try to like, I'm just asking if it would be beneficial for you to not be around white people.
Well, we can't because you dominate the entire planet. You made it a point to dominate every inch of the
What
planet.
if we let you dominate Africa?
The only place you don't dominate is North Sentinel Island, and that the only reason you don't do that because they'll kill you on sight when you get there. They said when we see a white supremacist, we're sticking them in the ass with this spear. That's the only place you don't dominate. But other than that, You dominate all over
But
the
okay,
place.
so
So
say that the domination thing wasn't happening, just as a hypothetical. Like,
right, oh, okay, fantasy
right.
land. Okay,
Well, I mean, would you just prefer to be in your own country with your own people?
well, this is my country. I'm a foundational Black American, so this is my
Well, I mean, okay,
homeland
so would you
here.
like
So
to get rid of the white people? Maybe like have us all go to Europe?
no, no, no. Just we got to just replace the white supremacists. There's nothing
You'll
wrong with
never get
white
rid of white
people.
supremacists.
Well, yeah. Well, you got to get rid of them at
How are you
one
going to do
point.
that?
Well, one thing, many of the white supremacists are going to kill themselves off through genetic annihilation because they're living in these segregated enclaves, and the neurological diseases
I
are
mean, we
eating
would
them up.
argue that
So,
that's kind of a plan. That's the Kalergi plan in action. That's what we blamed on the Jews.
right. But the thing is, I'm trying to figure out what the white supremacists are going to do with this AI technology and all of this stuff, where they're going to start trying to mix their genetics with
Yeah, we're all
machines.
scared
And
of that shit. Nobody wants to do that.
yeah, so yeah, because now I don't want white supremacist robots running around here now. I don't want the Terminator, because you're infusing yourself transhumanism. You're getting into
Yeah,
that.
I guess I don't want to get in the weeds. I was just really curious if you would prefer to be around your own people or and not have to deal with white people, supremacist
Well,
or
no, no,
not.
no. Well, sir, you can't name any place that you don't dominate. Africa is completely taken
Well,
over and
I say you
dominated
could.
by the whites.
I'm just saying that you could probably have it back if you wanted it.
Well, no, y'all don't want no, because there's too many resources over there,
I
and
think that would be
that's
great
the
for you. I
breadbasket.
think that would be an awesome economic booster if you have all these
But yeah,
resources.
your brethren, y'all have taken it
But
over.
you can take it
Now,
back.
now, well, speaking of taking back, now you're in the
I
United
am.
States. Where's your family from
I'm
originally?
poor
Because
white trash,
I hear
man. I ain't got shit.
no, no, no. Where's your family from
I don't
originally?
know. Montana.
Okay, no, okay. So you're a white supremacist
I'm
mutt.
not a white
Okay,
supremacist, man.
so you
I'm a
came over.
separatist. I just don't want to be around
All right,
black people.
right, right, right,
I don't think
right.
I'm any better
So
than
that
you.
well, yeah. Why don't you go back to the slums of Europe,
That's what
sir?
I'm asking. I mean, would you prefer that if we all
If
went to the
if
slums of Europe?
it's not preference, I mean, you guys, you
I
have
mean,
more
right now
power
the
than
slums
me.
of Europe is more black people in Europe than there are white people.
Really? Is it
Yeah,
that?
it's getting really
Them
bad.
many black people over there? Well, sir, what are you going to do if black people all over
That's
the
what I'm saying.
place? The
You tell
question
me
is,
that white people own everything and there's black people everywhere. I don't make it doesn't make any
so
sense.
what do you what's the plan for you, sir? How are you going to get those genetics to be passed down, sir? What are you going to do?
I mean, have babies, white babies.
But the white women out here chasing soul
I mean, it's
gold,
kind of a problem, isn't it? You don't.
right? Is that
It's
really
not
what this is
ideal.
about? The white, right? So, but the Asians, what about the
I mean,
Asian
that's the
women?
kind of cool thing about Asia. They don't really have black people like, making black Asian kids in Asia.
Yeah, right, right. So there's a lot of Asian women that have allegiances to you guys. Why don't you get your nice,
No,
good
I'm
Asian
white.
girl?
I don't want an Asian kid. I want a white kid.
Okay, all right. Well, hopefully Becky and Karen aren't somewhere bouncing on a black pole. Maybe they give you the time
I
of day,
mean,
sir. Hopefully you.
does it is it wrong to want to have like your own race to succeed?
There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is trying to subjugate other people in order to
Yeah,
do
I'm not
so.
trying to
That's what.
subjugate you though. I'm just trying to say
Well,
maybe you go live in Africa and we live here, or vice versa. Maybe we go to Europe and you take
but,
over
but why
America. We could fight it out or
why
something.
would I? Well, why would I leave a homeland that I built that you
I mean,
immigrated to, though? What's
we
different
kind
with
of
that?
feel the same way.
But no, I mean, you came here after my family built it, sir.
I don't
So
believe that.
why would I?
You didn't come on the
Yes, sir,
Mayflower.
sir, your people didn't come on no Mayflower either.
Yes, they
Your
did.
people didn't come, sir. No, they
How
didn't.
do you know?
Yeah, they because I can hear it in your voice, sir. You come from poor white
I mean, I'm kind of nervous. I
Irish
don't
family.
like being in these spaces with famous people. You kind of intimidate me.
No, no, no. You're all right. You're gonna be all right. You gotta wipe that wet dog smell off and stick your chest out and make it happen,
Yeah,
sir.
okay.
All right, buddy. But thank you so
Appreciate your
much, sir.
time.
I'm a little. All right. Thank you. All right, boy. It's early in some of these white supremacist states. Boy, they're up early right now. They're very up early. They're up very early. What's up, Richard Sudan? I see you in here, brother. Okay, let's get W. Hop on W.
Hey, how you
W.
doing, man?
I'm good, W. Where you
I'm
from,
from
brother?
Canada, actually.
Canada. Is that a French Canadian thing going on there?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's on your mind, man?
I got a quick question for you. Actually, we were talking about that book, $40 million. I can't remember.
$40 slaves.
40 million dollars sleep. So, what do you got to say about those basketball players? The black basketball players that are representing the kids right now, that are pretty much lying. What do you got to say about that?
For representing kids who are
No,
lying?
no. Sorry. I apologize. English is my third language. What I mean is those black basketball players, right?
Finish your sentence, brother. I can't understand what you're saying.
Sorry, it's cutting off a little bit. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, black basketball players doing what?
So they're um
Okay, he bounced. Okay, he couldn't really get his thoughts together. He bounced. He left. He dipped. What the hell is he talking about? I don't know what he was talking about. All right, it's very weird. But we're in here. Let's get Greg Veter. Let's get Greg in here. Greg, hop on in here, sir. We are in here.
Yo, what's up? Good morning.
What's what's up, Greg?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Tariq? Is everything good with you?
Everything is good. Now, Greg, where are you from with that accent?
I'm from Europe,
What part of Europe?
west part.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
Yeah.
Name the country you're from. There's a country you're from.
Uh,
It's called what?
yeah, I'm not gonna dox myself.
Okay, that means you're ashamed of whatever slum in Western Europe
No,
you
I love
came
my
from.
country. I love my country,
And
man.
that's not a Western
I'm
Europe
just afraid
accent.
of the Jewish man
That's
and the
an
Jewish
Eastern
and my
European.
Jewish occupied government. I need to speak
Okay,
truth to power.
okay, okay, but that's not a Western European accent. You come from some Eastern European slum. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
just
totally an Eastern European guy. You totally
okay.
clock
You
me.
somewhere with a jar of mayonnaise and a bear outside your house right
Yeah,
now.
you totally clocked me, bro.
Got it. Oh, well, stop lying. Stop being ashamed of who
Yeah,
you
yeah,
are,
bro,
sir.
you totally clocked me. I'm a fucking Eastern
It's
European guy.
okay. You're from Kazakhstan or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. You're
It's
so
okay.
smart, bro. I was as half smart as you.
Sir, just keep the werewolves out of your
Yeah,
village. So what's on your mind?
yeah. I'm just asking, why do you think white supremacy rule the world? And
Because white supremacists started to venture out and they figured out, hey, they are a global minority, so they have to get codified with each other to subjugate the non-white people so that they could survive.
I
So
agree
that's
with
why
you
they
that
created.
historically white people ruled the world, but it changed after the World War II. It changed. The world have been ruled. The elite have changed to Jewish ones. But before World War
Um,
Two one and World War Two, it was white one who ruled the world. I agree with you on that.
right. So we're talking about different forms of white supremacists from different backgrounds.
So
So there,
you say Jewish people are white. You consider them white people.
yeah, there are white Jewish people. Yes,
Ashkenazi, you mean, not Sephardic.
there are white Jewish people.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Ashkenazi ones.
there are people who are white supremacists. Yes, there are Jewish people who are.
Do you think people who hate white people consider
Down.
themselves white?
No, 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 slow down. There are white people who are Jewish. There are black people who are Jewish, and there are white people who are Jewish white supremacists. Do you acknowledge that, sir?
I don't think Jewish people consider themselves white.
Then
I think they consider themselves white
what
passing, but never
what
white.
makes a person white? What makes a person white genetically?
European descent, and probably
Okay.
Christian heritage as well.
And okay, so it's a religious thing that makes it white.
Religious and ethnic as well. Christianity is spread by white people mainly.
But there are a bunch of atheists who are white too.
Yeah, but their grandfathers and great grandfathers, they were still Christians and probably fought in the Crusades.
Oh, okay. But
I'm
there are
telling
a lot
you,
of there are a
Christianity
lot
is
of
a
white,
Western white religion. It was mainly
but
spread
a
by
lot
white people.
but a lot of white people weren't Christians from Europe. A lot of
Yeah, but
Europeans
they
were.
converted. They all
Right.
converted after the Roman
Just
Empire fell.
so Jewish people converted to Judaism, right?
No, Jewish people can. No one can convert to Judaism. It's an ethnic
You
religion.
yeah. What do you mean you can't convert to it? What do you mean?
You can convert. You need your mother to be Jewish ethnically. It's a
Oh,
matriarchal religion. So if your
oh,
mother isn't a Jewish one, you aren't considered a Jewish one. You're considered a goyim
oh,
to them,
oh,
a
okay,
non-Jew.
okay.
So why do you think they
Um,
never spread their religion for 3,000 years? They
oh,
have been here for 3,000 years, just like Islam and
but
Christianity, but they
but how
never
would
spread as wide as both of them.
so what? Why would you have a need to spread a religion when you have to be born into it? Why would you have to spread it and you would have to be born?
Yeah, I agree with you. They don't want anyone to be a Jew. They think themselves are special, better than us. They are
Correct, sir.
God-chosen people.
But that contradicted what you said. If you gotta be born into it, there would be no need to spread it. Who are you spreading it to?
Yeah,
You
but
can't convert. Well, you just said you can't convert people. You spread a religion to convert people, right?
they are ethno-religious.
Yeah. Your shit is failing. Yeah, your argument just fell flat right there, sir. See how weak that was?
I'm giving you an example why it didn't spread, because it's an ethno-religion. That's the reason it didn't spread. There's nothing
But okay,
contradicting.
but you're saying it didn't spread. But now you're saying it's Jewish supremacy, so it spread to somebody.
No, I
Or are you?
didn't say Jewish supremacy. I said they see themselves are better than us because they are chosen by
But you
God.
said that the whites don't rule the world no more. It's the
Yeah,
Jews.
it's the Jewish ones, mainly Ashkenazis.
But
They're
Jewish people are they're 1% of the global population, though.
30 million, less than 1%.
Like
Yes,
less than 1%.
yeah, less than 1%. There are 30
And
million,
you're
I
saying
believe.
world 1% dominates the world?
Did you see that more than 50% of billionaires are Jewish? Do you
Okay.
think there's coincidence that less than 1% of the population is more than 50% of the billionaires? There's no correlation there.
Okay. So what's the difference between a Jewish white supremacist and an Anglo white supremacist?
Well, white people are more than like 10 times, more than 30 to
What's
50
the,
times
what
more than Jewish people. So
what's
that
the difference as a victim of white supremacy? What's the difference?
you probably don't see a difference. Why black people don't see a
Right.
difference between white people and Jewish people. They don't see
Right. Then
the
why are you
historic
bringing it up? Then
people
what
between.
difference does it make? Because as you just proved, we don't see a difference because there's not a difference. So what's your point of even bringing
But
it up?
people,
It doesn't
Jewish
make a difference.
themselves, don't see themselves as white. So
So
when you see a
what?
Jewish guy who is stealing money from you or
But y'all practice.
destroying your neighborhood, you are thinking it's a
But you.
white guy. But
But
he doesn't see himself as white.
if if an Israeli national is training an Anglo police officer to harm me, what the hell difference does it make about your religious or ethnic backgrounds?
That the Jewish one is the one who's running and just trying to destroy you, and
But the one is being trained
The Anglo
by
is
him to
helping
do
him.
the dirty work. So what's the difference?
But the difference, the one who is in power, you need to know the one who's in power. It isn't a white guy
The ones
Anglo
that
who is
both of them in
powerless.
power
It's the
over me.
Jewish one.
Both of them are in power over me, sir. The one who's
True,
beating my ass with the billy club
true. But who
and
is the one who is really in control?
the one who paid him. Which one is? Why am I looking at either one of them differently,
Like who owned the slave markets? Who owned the slave ships?
sir?
All of them
Who
were
owned the
owned by
whips
Jewish people.
doing that? But who helped them? The Anglos.
The
Who
Anglos
worked
bought
for
them.
them? Who
The
worked
Anglos
for
bought,
them for
bought
salary?
them
The
from
Anglos.
slave markets. But who brought them to here? Here?
Who helped them on those ships? Who
Yeah, I
helped them
agree.
on those plantations, sir?
Probably
The Anglos.
Anglo-Saxons. Yeah, I agree.
The
Probably
Anglos worked with them.
Anglo-Saxons.
So what's the difference? So why should I look at them differently? What's the difference?
Because they see themselves different. Do you think a
So
Jewish
what?
guy would
That's between
call
you.
himself white? Do you think a Jewish
That's
guy would defend
between
white people?
that's between you and your partner in crime, sir. You guys want to get us engaged in criminal arguments. If two crime families get together and bicker with each other, y'all basically bickering on who gets to whoop our ass. That's literally what the argument is. You're trying to be an Anglo white supremacist and point the finger at the Jewish white supremacists about your differences on which one of you gets to whoop my
And I'm
ass.
telling you, a Jewish guy doesn't sees himself as a white man.
So what?
It's like asking
Both
if a
of you
black
are
man doesn't
arguing
see
on
himself.
who gets to. Both of you are arguing on who gets to whoop my ass. So you're one and the same. Okay. So playing hot potato, he wants to whoop your ass more, but you're whooping it too. So you're one and the same, sir. Thank you very much. The white supremacists are one trick ponies. Notice, and another thing, you white supremacists all have the same talking points. White supremacists are not very creative. You do the same tactics. It's all about deflection and deflecting on the other person. That's what it's all about. Rootkit's fun. Rootkits get on. And let me be clear, because I've had about 3 or 4 of these white supremacists use the exact same talking points. That talking point is done for the night. We're not going to utilize any of the same white supremacist talking points as your fellow white supremacist brethren. Either come with a new argument or we're going to shut that down. Rootkit, hop on. Because we've already debunked that nonsense. And I'm not just going to keep debunking the same white supremacist argument. You rootkits, hop on. Excuse me. What's up, Terrain? I see you down there, brother. Rootkits, you want to hop on? Okay. And you're not too supreme because you can't even get your phone to work. Okay. Rootkits, hop on. And let's get excuse me, we'll get Emperor in here while we're waiting on Rootkits. All right, Root. It's very late now. It's 1 o'clock out here in LA. All right, Emperor, hop on, man.
What's up?
What's up? Now, first of all, we got to stop you from whispering. Now, I know it's very late, but I don't talk to niggas who
I'm
are
from
sultry.
Africa. It's not late here. It's
But
10:17 a.m. here. And you
yeah, so you're
disrespected Africa
you're
so
from,
much. I've been
okay.
listening to
So
you.
you're from. Wait, hold on, Baba Tunde. Shit, you gotta now. You're from Africa, but you're living where now?
I'm living in Nigeria, Africa. You
Okay,
people
you're living
came
in
from.
Nigeria.
Yeah, I'm in Nigeria.
Okay, so what's on your mind, man? And stop mumbling.
No, I'm not mumbling. Maybe you are mumbling, actually. You actually are full of shit. You disrespect Africa. You came from us. Your ancestors actually were slaves, and they were dealt with
Right,
by the whites. And now
like you right now,
your
like you are
mentality
right
has
now.
been shifted. I don't know.
Okay, well, Baba Tunde, you were colonized, which is slavery. And that's the difference between you and us. We knew we were enslaved by these white supremacists, and you were too, but you thought that y'all just had some kind of janky deal going on. You were enslaved, sir. They colonized you and bitched you out on your own land, which made it
No.
worse.
Yes, they
Yes,
came, they
yes.
colonized us, but now we
And
are
bitched
taking
you
back
out
our lands.
and
But you are
bitched you out on your own land, sir. Let's
stop
put it all in
muting me
perspective.
when I want to pass my point.
Babatunde, you're not going to be musty and angry and just babble.
I'm not
You just
musty and
you
angry.
have to admit
You can see my
you
AVI.
got
I'm a
bitched
lion.
on your own land, sir.
This guy doesn't know anything
E-
about his history.
Evil scam laugh don't work here. An evil scam musty laugh doesn't work here, sir. You got hoed out on your own land when
You
you were
see,
the majority,
you
sir.
see what? You see
Let's
what?
put it in perspective.
I'll be visiting America next year for my
Sir,
MBA.
sir,
You know
let's
what?
deal with you being colonized.
We are colonized actually, but you were lost. You are in lost lands. You are actually
I'm
feeding
in,
off
I'm the
lost.
furthest thing from lost, sir.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
know
I'm
anything
in
about
my homeland.
Africans. We
I'm
are
in my
in.
homeland. I'm in my homeland that my family's been in for centuries. You knew booty. You're in a country that was named by a white woman a little over 100 and some years ago, sir. All right. So who's lost?
You are actually lost because I'm living in my homeland. If you know about the Yoruba tribe,
Sir,
you
sir,
know.
sir,
Have
sir,
you?
sir. Your homeland was created by white British. Your homeland was named by a white supremacist, Madam Flora. A white woman named your country, sir, and it made y'all get last names in the 1800s.
Would
What
you
you don't
allow me?
really
Would you allow me to speak without muting? Because all
no,
this
no,
nonsense
no,
that you're passing across to your followers, I don't know. You're actually
sir.
lost in history, and I believe they are also the same. Because we colonized our own lands. We named our country River Niger,
No,
River Benue.
no, you didn't. You didn't name your country, sir. You're not going to sit here and lie. You didn't name your country, sir. What are you talking about? You did not name your country. Your country was named by a white European woman, sir. Acknowledge that truth. Why don't you acknowledge the truth, sir? Don't sit here and fake it.
Why don't we visit Africa? Why don't we visit West Africa and see all the gold that we possess, all the ivory, all the diamonds, all the treasures of this world that we possess? You are lost in your
That
lands.
you don't
In
have
those
access
lands,
to, sir,
we
that you don't
have
own. Sir,
access to
sir,
them.
sir, Babatunde, Babatunde,
What do
Babatunde,
you?
Babatunde. If you have all of these diamonds, if you have all of this gold, and you have all of this ivory, why are y'all over there shitting in the middle of the street, eating jollof with your fingers with no silverware?
Yes,
Why, sir? Babatunde, explain
because
because
we choose to. You know, you people have been colonized by the whites so much that you've forgotten how you used to behave. You don't know who you are actually. You don't know.
sir,
These people actually.
sir, you don't even have a birth certificate, sir. You don't know who you are. We know who we are as foundational Black Americans, and we ain't fleeing nowhere, sir. So don't project your lack of culture onto us,
Man, you actually don't know nothing about us. You don't know nothing about your history. I
sir.
think you should visit
I'm
Africa.
very well,
I would like to host you in Nigeria. I would like to show you things that you've never
sir.
seen before.
I'm not coming over there so you can steal my passport and flee. No, we don't play those games. Uh, your homeland was named by Flora
You
Shaw.
see, you are scared. You are scared, actually. You are scared. That is, you people are dealing with fear over there.
We're
You are
scared of
dealing with
what?
so
What are we
much fear
scared of?
because you are scared of the whites, you are scared of the Jews, you are scared of we Africans, you are scared of everything. You are scared of your lives.
Yet
You
you're the one.
understand? You know, that's why
You're the
you
one.
ran away from our land. That's
Yet
why you
you're the
ran
one
away
fleeing.
from your.
We're scared, but you're the one fleeing. We ain't running nowhere. You're the one fleeing. We ain't. So who are we scared of?
See, we are fleeing to your lands to dominate your lands. Check. You know, there was this white guy that came and talked about how blacks have dominated
Okay,
European
sir,
countries.
sir. With all of the diamonds and gold, you couldn't get a better phone. Listen to your phone. Your phone is even janky. Your phone is janky as shit. You couldn't use none of that, those diamonds and some of that vibranium to get a better phone. Your phone sounds like an iPhone 1. It's raggedy and muffled. You couldn't go, sir, you couldn't
Just
go
chill
sell
out.
a rhinoceros horn to get a better phone, sir. You got some spare rhinoceros horns in your pocket. You couldn't sell one of them to get you a better phone, brother. All them rhinoceros horns in your pocket, and you couldn't get a
We are
better
not
phone.
talking about phones here. Stop deflecting. I
All
have
right.
a good phone. I'm using a Nokia Android phone. You understand?
You're using
And
a
it's a very
Nokia.
solid. It's a very solid phone. If you know the history of Nokia,
That's not a
issue of phones.
Nokia.
You know, Nokia is a very solid phone.
That's not a Nokia.
So I don't know what.
That's not a Nokia. That's a no nigga. That's a no nigga phone. Not Nokia. It's no nigga. Because no nigga, I can't hear you. No nigga, my reception is dropped. So you have a no nigga phone. All right.
See,
But go
you can
ahead.
make fun of yourself all you want,
I'm
but I'm
making fun
far
of
greater than you. I'm better than you in every way. You understand? Because I didn't flee from my homeland. I didn't leave my country to go and
this.
be a
I don't even
slave
believe
somewhere else.
you're in Nigeria. Well, you might be.
You
I
see, you see,
don't
you
know.
see, you see, you see, thing about we Nigerians, we dominated the whole world, and when we come together, we will steal all the treasures of this world, all your lands, all your, in fact, everything. We are going to steal everything from you guys. You
So you're
guys are
gonna
so scared of
steal?
us.
So you're gonna get together and
we'll
steal from
take,
us?
we'll
Okay.
take everything they've taken away from us. We'll take them
Okay, I
back.
can't argue with that. I believe you. I believe you. And that one, I believe. I do believe you'll get together and steal some shit. I believe that. All right. So anyway, Baba Tunde, that's really not a flex.
Thanks. Yeah, you understand. You guys are scared of us. You know,
Oh, but
all
what you
you
need
people
to
doing,
steal,
all you Black Americans do.
Baba, what you need to steal is some root work deodorant. All right. Get some of that. That's the first thing you need to steal, and I suggest the lavender scent. All right. That's what you need to steal.
You actually were complaining about someone deflecting the other time, but you are the one who has been deflecting ever since. When someone makes his point, you try and go away from the point, and you make
Because you don't have
nonsense, naughty jokes,
you don't have a point. You just
jokes that we made in nursery school. I made all these jokes while I was in nursery, elementary school. You
no, you didn't.
understand? So
When you're in
try
nursery,
and grow
when you
up.
were in nursery school, you had on a three-piece suit and some Reebok shoes, and the whole suit was musty, and you wore it the whole semester. So yeah, you were having those kind of problems when you were in nursery school. You were the only nigga in nursery school who had on
Don't worry.
you had on a
I'll
romper with some church
yeah.
shoes. Uh,
You know, actually, my school, my nursery, my primary school actually was owned by a white woman. If you don't know, I learned a lot from their culture, from their language, and let me tell you something. They are beneath us. They are scared of us. That's why they come and use reverse psychology on us. But all this shit is not going to work anymore. We are going to take over everything and make sure you Black Americans learn. You people will learn about your history. You learn about your culture. You don't even have
now
any
what's your
cultural heritage.
okay?
You don't have any cultural.
Now what's your culture? Tell us about your culture and your history. That's
I'm
what
a
I love.
Yoruba guy, if you don't know.
You
I'm a
had to laugh
Yoruba
at that.
guy. I am
You even had to laugh
Yoruba.
at
I am a descendant of Lamorudu. He left Saudi Arabia and came to reside in West Africa. After discovering all the treasures in West Africa, he came to West Africa to reside. So I'm a descendant from God Himself. If you don't know the history of Yoruba tribe, you don't talk to me because you are beneath.
now. What
You
tribe
know, you people should come back to Africa.
you descendant of God,
Yeah.
nigga? Well, God don't want you shitting in the streets. That's not what God wanted. That's not God like.
God God
God,
wants us
God
to
don't want you
shit
sitting up there
in the
eating bush meat.
streets.
God don't want you eating bush meat. All right, don't put that on God. God didn't sanction none of that. You over there eating um, giraffe titties. That's not something that God wanted. Why are you putting that on God?
No, you don't tell me what God wants. Because when God gave us dominion over everything, He gave us
God,
dominion over
God
the
does not want you eating.
animals.
God doesn't want you eating meerkat meatloaf. All right,
He
all
wants
that
me
bush
to
meat y'all
eat
eating over there.
anything
God
I can eat.
don't,
I can eat you if you are
oh,
not careful.
don't you eat me
Yeah,
someday. I will
I
knock
can
that
eat you,
hairline
bro, because I
right
have dominion
crooked.
over you. You can see I'm a lion and I'm a lamb. I'm a lion and I'm a lamb.
You're a lion and
When
a
I'm a
lamb.
lion, I can eat you.
What?
Yes?
Okay, yeah. Well, that sounds like a bush meat dish that you're preparing, lion and lamb meat. So I believe that too. So I gotta. You are what you eat, and you eat bush meat, and lions and lambs. All right. Anyway, Baba Tunde, let me let you get out of here because you're scaring me. All right. Lord, 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 Lord. Boy, the freaks come out at night, don't they? They come out. Anyway, let me get out of here. I've been on here way too long. It's been way too long. I've been over here for 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen, chopping up game with you guys. Um, Speaking of musty, go to rootworkstyle.com to get the Rootwork deodorant. We got lavender, citrus charm, mango mojo, coconut butter, vanilla. So many beautiful boysen, Biloxi blueberry. Great, great scents. Rootworkstyle.com, ladies and gentlemen. Also, go to Hidden History Museum and get the Hidden Heroes from A to Z book. It's a children's book. Get that for the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, I'm up out of here, man. It's been real. Long conversation, but we had a great chop up. So I say, Puppy Akute and Lola Vuve to the family. Peace.